Hello again. It will be recalled that last October, Tommy Robinson was sentenced to 18 months imprisonment for contempt of court. This related to a previous case for defamation, which contained conditions that he was not to repeat certain allegations, and he did repeat them in a documentary which he made. It concerned a teenager had been encouraged to bring action for defamation against Tommy Robinson, being funded by, among others, Hope Not Hate, needless to say. The court did rule that the allegations should not be repeated, but they were in a film which was widely circulated, not least on social media accounts operated by Tommy Robinson himself. 18 months was a pretty harsh sentence for contempt, and it was felt in some quarters that the British state was being vindictive in this matter and wished to crush Robinson and prevent him from speaking out. This feeling was intensified by the revelation that he was being held on the rule and not allowed to associate freely with other inmates. This was said by the prison authorities to be for his own protection. Robinson went to court to be allowed free association, but the decision went against him. Yesterday, he was in court again to appeal against the length of the sentence. Although he was given 18 months, like all prisoners, he will be released halfway through the sentence, which means that whatever happens, he'll be free at the end of July. The counsel for the Crown said in court that Tommy Robinson could be released at the end of May if he removes the links to the documentary, which is at the heart of the case, from his social media accounts, and it does seem that this is being done. If so, then he may well be released next month. The judges have reserved their judgment and they'll announce next week what they have decided about the appeal. I have mixed feelings about this business. On the one hand, 18 months was a very harsh sentence for simply publishing a documentary. I will say nothing about the content of the thing for obvious reasons. To me, it seemed quite well balanced and probably accurate. On the other hand, Tommy Robinson is not a fool and must surely have known what he was letting himself in for. He knew that he would end up in prison if he carried on down this road. But he's not a man to back down and make compromises. He's a particular breed, one of those people who is constitutionally incapable of making life a little easier by means of the little compromises that we all of us make every day when our principles come into conflict with the reality of the world. Whether he's right or wrong, Tommy Robinson is determined to do what he thinks he ought to do and be damned to the consequences. People like that can certainly be infuriating to deal with simply because they will not meet others halfway and always stick to their guns, even when it's very annoying to everybody. This is not the first time that he's found himself in opposition to powerful forces ranged against him, and I'm quite sure it will not be the last. He may be an awkward fellow. Some would describe him as a crank, but I am rather glad that such people exist, because they remind us all that sometimes you have to stand up for what you believe to be true, even if it puts you to grave inconvenience or even actual suffering.